When going through anxiety DPDR, it's common for people to recommend exercising or simply walking, or like I often just recommend going to the gym because it's good for your overall health and it also does help with some of the symptoms, at least in my experience. I noticed that going back into the routine of exercising regularly and vigorously helped ground me in the moments that I was exercising because I was focused on the reps that I was doing, the amount of sets that I was doing, and on the movements and proper form. And when I was doing cardio, I was focused on my breathing and whatever music I was listening to motivate me to keep going. Alongside grounding me, it also helped me burn off all of the excess adrenaline that I have from the chronic stress and from the constant worrying and DPDR. And adrenaline is known to cause a lot of the symptoms that we deal with while going through anxiety and DPDR. For me specifically, I noticed that exercising helped with my insomnia, and it also really helped with my racing and intrusive thoughts. It felt like I just had less thoughts in general after I exercised heavily, and that makes complete sense because it is directly associated with your adrenaline levels. What can sometimes be confusing for some people is that you'll have people like me and others recommending exercise, and then you'll have me literally saying that you shouldn't be doing this with the goal of getting rid of your anxiety and DPDR. And that's where the little nuances of recovery come in. So the difference really is making the decision to do these things for your overall health, and then simply allowing the results to take effect on your anxiety and DPDR over time, as opposed to going into these things with the expectation that that will happen. Because for one, it's not the same for everybody. Some people don't get the exact same effects as others, and that applies to almost everything in anxiety and DPDR, and some of the methods that people, recommend to help with it. So to give you a real life example of what I mean, for instance, let's say right now I had anxiety, DPDR, and I had a lot of symptoms. I would just go to the gym because that's now part of my new routine. I'm deciding I want to start going to the gym to be healthier and to live more optimally. But I wouldn't be going to the gym strictly because right now I'm feeling heavy anxiety, DPDR. I need to go to burn off the adrenaline so I can feel better, because that is a form of avoidance. You're once again trying to escape or fix your symptoms. But if you just make a commitment to yourself saying, okay, I want to be a bit healthier, so I'm going to try to walk daily. I can imagine that would be good for my overall health, and maybe over time it'll also help my anxiety and DPDR. And the same would apply to any other form of exercise, whether it's the gym, whether it's running. The key is that you're not doing these behaviors with the immediate goal of getting rid of the symptoms right now, or even thinking maybe over time this will start to help DPDR fade, because if you're doing these things with that goal in mind, you're inevitably going to be checking your symptoms to see if it worked. And we all know that if you're continually checking in on your symptoms, you're still conveying danger to your nervous system, which inevitably keeps the symptoms alive. So hopefully that brought a bit more clarity to you guys. I mean, if you have any more questions about it, feel free to comment it and I'll address them.